Murder, killer competition, yeah. Murder, killer competition, yeah. Murder, killer competition, yeah. Murder, killer competition, yeah.
Working with my guy, regular guy. He's not an athlete per se, as far as sport-wise, but as far as lifestyle and training, yeah, he's an athlete. He wanted to improve on his overall functional performance, his overall strength, overall conditioning. And the best way to do that safely and effectively was the best way I knew how. I just basically wanted to implement the same athletic principles that I use on other professional athletes as well, just to be able to get him to improve on his balance, his strength, his coordination, you know, his speed, his agility, just the things that he just wants to be able to improve on, like whether it's for life purposes, whether it's for leisure activity purposes, like playing basketball, pickup games, things of that nature. It carries over very well. Training a client that is not an athlete, the first approach that I take is I try to have full-on like assessment, try to get to know them, try to get to know what it is that they're dealing with physically, what they can do, what they can't do, their limitations and things of that nature, their strengths, their weaknesses. I break it down to just bare minimum. And I get to know them first, because usually, like when working with like pro athletes or any athletes like that are in Division I level, or the previous athletes that I've worked with, like you just usually like there's a bio on them. I already kind of know exactly the type of style they want to do, the type of things that they want to do, what they want to work on, what they don't want to work on. I kind of have a good idea just by asking them a couple questions. But a guy that's not an athlete like him, sometimes you got to really dive into the particulars. You got to ask him a bunch of questions so you can just find things inside the questions. He might not tell you the answer that you're looking for right away, but if you just keep asking questions, just trying to get to know that person, you'll be able to find something in that. That style of training is conducive to athletes and people that aren't athletes, as opposed to all the other styles of training, because it's mostly fun. It's fun, and it can really highlight somebody's strengths that they didn't know that they had. Some people might not have known that, you know, they have good agility, or they have good vertical power, vertical jumping ability, or they might not have known that they're relatively fast, or they're relatively flexible, they have very good core strength. You know, some people might not have known that from just doing the mundane lift things up, put things down kind of thing. But it's a real tester on like physical ability, and it's very fun. And on top of that, you know, people love just the whole concept of athletic anything. People play fantasy football, people play fantasy sports, people do everything, people watch sports because it's amazing, it's entertaining, it's something that people admire, you know? And just to be able to dive into that, if it's for an hour, if it's for a week, if it's for a month, if it's for a year, I feel like people are enamored with those kind of things.
Wanna change up some, I'm the same, ain't doing everything but frontin'. And everybody wanna change up something, I'm the same, ain't doing everything but frontin'. And everybody wanna change up something, I'm the same, ain't doing everything but frontin'.